on? This is the Outlaw Hatfield here once again, coming at you live. Man, it's been an interesting day today. Got some things done. Decided that I was going to change the sights out on this Ruger, so I've decided what I'm going to put on it now. I'm going to go with some Meprolite night sights. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a rainy but good day. I'm not going to complain at all about this one. So what's going on out in the lobbies? I know that Gun Channels is still messed up and not exactly working correctly, but we are working on getting that resolved, or at least G-Webs is. So hopefully he'll have her up and running again real shortly. With me right now, we have RL and Night Strike. How you guys doing?
All right.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Anything new with you, Night Strike?
Just the Indiegogo campaign. I'm trying to get enough funds to go to Tulsa.
RL and Night Strike. How you guys doing? See there,
And
I'm playing my own stuff back at me.
well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I have to listen. I love myself so much.
Well, no.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. But yeah, I'm doing that Indiegogo campaign. I've got about half. I'm halfway there for a plane ticket, so I can go to Tulsa. So
I ain't gonna make it this year. There's just no way. The money is not there to get to Tulsa. So, well, at least not this round anyway.
Well, if you hadn't bought so many guns and back to back, just saying.
Well, we all have our habits, and that's mine.
We all have our vices, and yours is buying more guns. I understand.
Yes. But I
you understand where I'm coming from when I said if you had held off on like one of them, you would have been able to get a plane ticket.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay, dude. There's another one coming up this fall. I'll just go then.
Okay.
So,
I'll tell you about how times that is.
I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. Lord have mercy. During a live show, I'm losing my mind. That is not a good thing.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, well, apparently.
I wonder that starts happening at your age.
45 years old, it's at least I'm realizing I'm forgetting it. It's when you don't realize that you got to worry.
Yeah, that's when it gets rough.
Yeah, when you don't realize you're forgetting shit, that's when you need to go have yourself looked at. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. I've got the concealed carry class worked out. I'm going to take care of that probably before the end of this month's done. Let's see. Anything else going on with me at the moment? We are going to be doing the.
What's your carry gun going to be?
I'm thinking about taking the 357 to the class anyway. I'm going to carry the SAR.
Remember, if you bring it with you, you have a case. It came with a case, right?
Of course.
Right. Okay. Just remember to keep it in that case until they tell you to bring it over to the range, and then go in the range and do what you got to do. Because from what I know, taking a course at PSA, they're very anal retentive about you taking your gun out anywhere other than the range.
Well, I don't blame them.
They have to be stringent on security and whatnot, so that's why. But safety reasons.
I do not blame them at all, and I wouldn't have taken out the gun before I was at the range anyway. That's and that's just common sense, Nice, right?
I know. I'm just letting you know that they will be very stringent on it.
Yeah, that's fine. What happened to RL? He was here, now he's gone.
Well, he is the chat cat. He gets bored and moves on.
Yeah. Wait a minute, John Z, did you run him off?
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Pretty good.
It's John.
Dun dun dun.
What's going on with you, John?
Oh, not much. Just preparing my computer for Tactical Tuesday tonight.
Oh, and what's going on with that?
Oh, just some topics and whatnot. But I have to get my computer ready with the windows and stuff, so I know what to have open and what I shouldn't have open due to the minimal resources I have available.
Well, don't forget tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be picking a friend and sending them a gift. So that's coming up later when we got a few more viewers.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I was thinking, RL won it last month. If he wins this thing again, we're going to have to rethink putting him on the list.
Is that the reason he left, so he could be in the contest?
Oh, he's
Probably.
already. If they're a Patreon of mine, they're already in the contest.
Ah, okay. So he's good either way.
Yeah. If you're a Patreon, you're in a contest. It's that simple. So we're going to give away that SVD, and I'll be sending some patches out with it. So, and let me say this: G-Webs actually sent me this goat gun to give away, and some patches to go with it. So,
No.
yes, he did.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, it was. It was really nice of him. And these things aren't cheap.
Are you sure we're talking about the same G-Webs?
Yes, the exact same G-Webs.
I don't believe it.
I've noticed that Matt's getting free goat guns, and G-Webs, I think, got a couple free. I need to call Goat Guns and say, hey, look, brother, I was the first one to give any of your stuff away. Why ain't I getting free stuff to give away? And the response would be very simple, because you don't have 60,000 subs. So, guys, I need more subs. Sub to me.
If you are not subbed to Ellis right now, you get your butt over there to his YouTube channel and subscribe. He needs the help, guys. We got to help Ellis out.
Yes. I need to get to 60,000 subs at least.
And help me get to at least 1,000.
Free stuff. Because everybody else is getting free stuff. And heck, Ghost got a free gun.
Help me at least get to 1,000, okay? Just saying.
1,000? No, I'm greedy. I want more than that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the self-promotion hour.
Well, we are
Ellis needs 60,000. I just need 1,000. So I'm not greedy.
Yeah. John promote as much as the rest of us, except you self-promote for yourself and everybody else too.
Yeah.
What?
See?
Yeah, see? Exactly.
Ignorance.
For everybody.
I tried to promote for everybody.
And by the way, your check's in the mail, John.
I guess I must have gotten lost.
It's there, I promise.
I got my mail today. No, nothing. Just bills.
It was 50. Right? That's what we agreed on?
50,000 poppy seeds? What'd you say?
No, 55 cents.
Oh. Well, that's still more than I've gotten this week. So.
That's for your managerial skills and all the other stuff that you do for the show.
Well, if you want, we could do the same thing we did with Ghost and Tardot, and we could discuss it and work something out.
Well, we've just worked something out. Remember, I'm sending you 55 cents, and you're doing what you do.
What do I do?
Exactly. That's my point. I'm paying you what you're worth. 55 cents for all the wonderful help that you have given this channel.
I'm just scratching my nuts right now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, have at it, brother. I mean, if they itch, scratch them. As long as you're not scratching anybody else's nuts, we're good.
Now, why would you go there?
Why would you?
Because they're my nuts.
Well, we didn't need to know that you were in the process of taking care of that particular issue.
You sounded quite interested, so I don't know.
No, not interested at all, honestly. But yeah, man, we're gonna try to talk about some things tonight and just see where it goes. You know us on this show, we are liable to go down a rabbit hole in a second.
Or the nutsack, either one.
Well, I'm not going down one. You can. once again, if that's your thing, jump on it. I ain't. Let's see who's out on the YouTube side. I'm not simulcasting tonight, folks.
Well, nobody is, right?
Yeah, I'm having the issues that everybody else is with the gun channels. So tonight it will just be you guys on YouTube. So we have Amorphous, RL. RL, you can get back in here just anytime you like. Georgia Rebel. The 2 Live Moo is out there. Rich White, how you doing, buddy? Night Strike, you're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we got Rusty Shackelford.
That's a great name.
Vanessa Kitty, how are you? Well, we got a few out there right now. You know, we got a total of 8 watching, and then there's YouTube. So then there's YouTube. So why don't we start this off by taking care of this goat gun issue? What do you think? Think we should start off like that?
Sounds good.
You can always email the guy or have John email for on your behalf.
Yep. Well, hold on a minute. Let me grab it.
I'll make just give me his email and I'll make a voice recording for him. Why he should send you some.
Yeah.
And I'll use my good microphone.
Oh well, thank you.
Wait, you have a good microphone? Since when?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not great. It's decent.
And I've got a dog barking in the background as per usual. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're shooting out tonight. If my camera will.
What the heck is wrong with your camera? Oh, okay, there you go.
There it is. It's working. Yay! But yes, this is some lucky Patreon will be receiving this in the mail in the near future. And we are going to do the drawing for this thing right now. So let's get the random name picker thingy working here.
You're doing it on your phone? Because I could screen share on my computer if you want.
Yeah. On my tablet.
Oh, you got a tablet. Okay, cool.
Yes. And we are now choosing.
Nice strike.
And the lucky winner is Jared.
Oh, congratulations, Jared.
Rupan won.
Jared, shoot me your email. If somebody's got his email, send it to me so I can get a hold of him and let him know that he has just won the SVDs. I'm not sure if he's out there or not, but anybody that can get a hold of Jared, let him know that it's on its way.
Oh, RL is back. He said his wife called.
Oh.
I have Jared's email too. If he doesn't show up, I'll send it to you there.
There's his email on the side.
Leave it to Nice Track. He's got everybody's email.
I do.
There you go.
Everybody emails me for some reason or another, either a question for hit or miss, or just to touch base with me. It's cool. I love talking to people, so it doesn't matter.
Night Strike secretly works for Google, so just be careful.
If I secretly worked for Google, I wouldn't be asking for money to go to Tulsa.
Well, they secretly pay you. That's how it works.
They don't secretly pay me.
John.
I get zilch.
John, don't be upset. I know you only email Night Strike for dress advice.
John has to look pretty with those pearls.
I do.
I know.
With the Night Strike dress, you can't go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What in the world? Wait a minute. John Z., I didn't think you wore dresses. I thought you was more of a bikini kind of guy.
Listen, I'm just trying to satisfy RL's needs, okay? I'm just trying to be a good friend. That's all. You know.
I don't need you to be that good of a friend, bud. I'm sorry. I don't know what our conversations have led to, but I'm not that friendly.
Then you probably shouldn't have drank that much that night. But just saying.
That was a private conversation, John.
Well, you don't remember. If I'm gonna wear the dress, I'm gonna have a memory to remind you.
All right, I'd just like to point out, at least John is the woman in this scenario. So,
Hey, I may be a bitch, but at least you take it like one, and you're proud.
Oh man!
But boom.
What did I say about the rabbit holes, guys? What did I say about the rabbit holes?
It happens
We're
way
talking.
too early.
I don't think this is the rabbit hole. This is going down the glory hole at this point. Jesus.
Ellis, you said when you were talking about the rabbit hole, you said dig wide.
Oh,
Aren't you so happy you invited all of us there? Hatfield?
this is wonderful. This is great.
I
Now,
think he's regretting it right now.
No, I'm not regretting it. Let's see. I have the magic button. If you get too out of hand, I have the power. I'm like He-Man.
She-Man.
No, that's you. I said
No, that's the club down the street where he hangs out.
So, RL, what was going on with the Ruger earlier? I watched part of it, but I got busy and missed the rest. What was going on with it?
Oh, that was Mad Sexy Man of the Night there. He had an issue where his was completely locked up when he was shooting it at the range, so I was kind of going through it and trying to help him get his apart. And then I was going to do a complete strip on it, but the Packmeyer grips I put on there at Christmas time won't come off now. So I'm going to have to work on that.
What was he shooting? You're talking about the review you did on your the live on the GP100?
Yeah, he had.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it happened, but it looks like it was probably broken. It looks like the paw's bent on it, so it's just getting locked up on him. We got it apart and got the ammo out of it. He said he's just going to send it back to Ruger, so I'm sure they will fix it for him.
Well, like I hope you said like in your video that nothing was bent.
What on
No,
mine?
you were talking about the primer or the barrel, so I'm hoping that wasn't the case with his.
No, it's just the paw on the back of the. That's the piece that pushes up on the star on the back of the cylinder to rotate it. That's bent, is what he's saying. Yeah.
Oh, so the timing is off.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that caused it to lock up. So we got it open, but like I said, I didn't get to show him how to take that out of there because my grips wouldn't freaking come off. So
Did you ever get them off or not at all?
no, I gave up on it a little. Gave up on it a little bit ago here because I tried putting it in the freezer and so it would shrink up a little bit and getting them off. And then I tried smacking it with a hammer in the vise, and they don't want to move. So I'm thinking eventually going to have to cut those off of there, I think is how that's going to happen, which kind of upsets me because I like those Packmeyer grips, but kind of don't like that you can't take them on and off because the Hogues I had on there would slide on and off a lot easier than that.
I was thinking about getting new grip panels for my GP100. I seen some that was Stag that I really liked.
Oh, the Stag ones are really nice.
Yes. But I also found some that were they were a bone of some sort, a horn, but they were black. And I thought those were nice.
Yeah. I originally thought you were getting the ones with the. I forgot what color they were, but they were wood grips, and they had that Packmeyer design on them. But I'm not the Packmeyer. I'm sorry.
Well, you've seen the gun, haven't you, John?
Yeah, the one with it looked like it had the rings around it, the design on the grips.
Yeah. Here, I can show it to you. It's easy enough to do.
Yeah. What I thought you had gotten before I saw that originally were those ones where the heavy, it would look like actual bone, the wood. The design actually looked like bone.
Yeah, well, no. But yeah, I'm thinking about I'm going to replace the grip handles eventually. I am replacing the front and rear sights. I do not like these sights that's on it now. So I'm thinking of going with the Mepra lights instead of these fiber optics. I want night sights on it. So
that's a good option.
Yeah.
Hey,
I I like 3-dot sights. I always have. So
Hey, RL Rich White suggests maybe using a blow dryer. I don't know if you tried one.
I did not try that one yet. Soften it up a little bit.
yeah,
Using a blow dryer or a heat gun, I'd recommend.
Yeah.
I just throw it in the dryer.
I think
I
the
can do
reason,
that.
5 minutes. It'll be fine.
yeah, I think Rich suggested the blow dryer because the heat gun might get too hot for them.
Yeah. No, I like my suggestion. Better yet, here's an even better one. Load it up and put it in a stove and turn the stove on for a little while. It'll be fine. Nothing.
Those are the ones I just put on. I had the Hogs on it before. I just put these on at Christmas time. And they are stuck on there good.
Yeah, you've got them marred up a little bit already, don't you?
Yeah, you got to get some heat on there to get to get them loose.
I'll be back to the drawing board on that tomorrow. I get home from work tomorrow morning. I'll try and figure out what to do with that.
Good luck.
Do you own any revolvers?
Yeah, I've got a revolver.
What do you have?
I have an old Ivor Johnson U.S. Revolver Co. revolver.
Really?
Yeah, 38 Smith & Wesson.
Huh.
Nice.
You ever take it out and play with it?
I need to find ammo for it.
No.
38 Smith & Wesson is one of those calibers that isn't widely available anymore. I can only buy it online. So,
What about you, John? Even in New York, you can own a revolver.
You remember it's New York City, not New York, right?
Oh yeah, well. So you go to Long Island, you buy the revolver from there, and you bring it back.
Yeah, just do what everybody else does.
Pretty much, yeah. Once you're on the island, you can buy a revolver, and they can't say anything to you from getting from point A to point B with it.
You want to bet?
Well, it is New York, isn't it?
New York City, yes. Yes.
I just go across the bridge there, go over to like Jersey City, or probably pick up a revolver over there pretty cheap.
And it doesn't even have to be in a store when you're going to Jersey.
Yeah.
No, just be some guy on the street corner will sell you one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
See, the best way to buy a gun in New York is go to the Bronx, some alley somewhere. I'm sure there's somebody in a corner, some in a van parked with a nice selection for you.
You can see them on TV all the time.
Yeah. Just make sure you have cash, because I don't think they take credit cards.
No, they don't take credit.
That's just bad business practice. Come on.
Though I do hear that they will take gold or silver.
Yeah, they will take it right off of you.
Yeah.
They prefer it in the form of gold fronts, actually, I think.
Yeah.
And if you happen to have gold teeth, they'll take them out for you too.
Whether you want them to or not.
Yeah. I don't know if John, I don't know if you have your grill, but I mean, you could pawn your grill for one, I'm sure.
Only when I go into the bad neighborhoods. That's when I put it on.
But I'm surprised that you haven't done that. Went over to the island or across the bridge or something and got you a revolver of some sort.
Because there's nothing there that I can get that I can't get anywhere closer to me.
Such a shame.
We got to get you out of New York, brother. We got to get you out of New York.
I'm waiting.
We're working on it.
Well, I have a question.
Go ahead. That's right.
This is for John. John, are you intending to go to Tulsa?
Yes. No, I'm not intending.
You're not intending, but you're planning on.
No.
He's going. Period.
Correct. So what's your question?
That was the question. I didn't know if you were going or not.
Oh.
So.
No,
I am.
I thought that was a pre-question for the question.
No.
Me too.
I was making sure that he was going. Are you going for April or November?
April.
John's going to be there for both. Any chance he gets to get out of New York, he's taking it.
I hope I'll be able to go for November as well.
I mean, I'm gonna try and get there for April if I can get enough for a plane ticket. I'm totally there. If I can't, well, maybe November.
Well,
Actually, speaking of that, John, July 14th is going to be that shooting thing out in PA that I do.
Oh, awesome. Let me put it in my calendar then.
Yeah, I believe that's a Saturday.
And Andrew Faulkner just jumped in on the YouTube side saying, "What's up, folks? Hello, Andrew. How are you doing?"
going on, Andrew? You know,
What's up?
this show is starting to catch on a little bit. I remember when I first started, I was only getting like 4 or 5 views, and now I'm up to 8.
You've doubled it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I know what it is. People are right now just getting off work, and this is an early show. But I have also noticed that this is the show that they rewatch later on, because some of these will send us 60, 70, 80 views in a matter of hours after that.
Well, remember, some of our conversations carry over, so we reference our conversations in other shows.
Oh, by the way, speaking of referencing, I jumped out of match chat last night to start mine. I was thinking, okay, he's going to give me a nice plug. People are going to come over, say hi, whatever. He never even mentioned me. He did say hit or miss Tuesday nights at 9. And I was like, what is that? What kind of crap is that?
You gotta remind him. You don't jump out early. You gotta remind him.
Yeah.
He'll do it. It's just he's got a shit memory. He's mentioned this before.
But see, this is just giving me a reason to have something to bitch at him about. This is just, hey Patrick, how you doing, buddy? This is just a good excuse for me to punch up. What was the top 5 last night, Nightstrike?
Oh, I forget.
I went back and rewatched it, and I must have been dead because I don't remember it either.
Let me go check.
I'm sure Boondock Saints was number 1.
Yeah,
it was just in everybody's list, and for good reasons. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. I even liked the second one too, but it didn't make the top 5. It would have been in the top 10, of course, but not in the top 5.
I don't know. And did he decide last night what next week's top 5 is going to be, or is that going to? Anybody hear anything about that? Or is he going to surprise us with it like on a Sunday like he always does? Let's see. RL, you got a question. Are you still up for tomorrow night? Georgia Rebel is asking.
Yeah, well, trying to think. Oh, man. What time is his show tomorrow? I'm going to be working tomorrow, so that's going to be dependent on how bad the weather is where I am at. Whether I'm going to be online or not, because there's places around this area that are supposed to get 12 to 15 inches of snow tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's snowing right now here.
Where are you at?
Pennsylvania.
Dude. See, I remember winters like that when I was living in West Virginia all those years ago, when I was a kid. Cold, ice, snow, wind, rain. No, I had enough. No, never again. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Yeah, this is the second nor'easter in, 4 days. So out in the Poconos, they just got well over a foot less than a week ago, and they're going to get another 12 to 15 tomorrow.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the video Yankee put out about his new house? All the snow that was laying around it. He gave a little tour of his house that he's bought or buying.
I did not see it. Why? What about it?
It's a beautiful house. It is gorgeous. But it was covered in snow. And I didn't think they got that much snow out there. But, man.
Surprise.
Yeah, seriously. Midnight says that last night's show was better. Well, of course, last night's show was better. I had a
All
great
right.
last night. I was picking on Midnight all night. Why wouldn't it have been better?
All right. I've got. I finally I went and fast forwarded through Matt's video from last night. Number 5 was John Wick. Number 4 was Kick Ass. Number 3 was Taxi Driver. Number 2 was Death Wish, the original. And number 1 was Boondock Saints.
You know what? I can't argue with that. That was a great list.
That is a good list.
And that's your homework for this week, ladies and gentlemen. You have to watch all of those movies. But between now and next Tuesday, you have to watch them all. That's a movie a day. Yeah.
What if we've already seen all those movies?
Watch them again. It won't hurt you to watch that movie twice. Come on now. I can watch the Boondock Saints 2 or 3 times in a row.
I just got Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to watch, actually, so that's on my list here. I haven't even seen that yet.
You know, that is actually a good movie too. That's a pretty damn good movie too. There's a bunch of superhero movies coming out this year that I'm just cannot wait to see. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
I have not. No.
Yeah, it's good. In my opinion, for what it's worth, I think that's probably the best Thor movie out there right now. Because it starts off a bit, and then it really gets good.
It looked pretty good, especially the Hulk in there. So,
well, when the movie starts out, and here's a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen it, when the movie starts out with Thor in a bird cage, which is literally what it was, you know, it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
And he's talking to a dead guy. How do you beat that? What an opening. Oh, Lord. Let's see what's going on over here on YouTube. Let's see. Last night's show was better. Yeah. Hey, Mia, how are you? Thanks for being on the show last night, Mia. You were wonderful. Great. Fantastic. Next time I'll have you and Midnight on. I'll let you keep him in line.
Well, I don't know. Why do we have to invite Midnight? Why don't we just invite her?
yeah, really.
So
you guys think that we should just, invite me instead of Midnight from here on out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because she's the serious one out of the bunch.
Hey, and besides, if you invite Midnight, then who's going to cook our dinner?
He's got to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually got a point right there. And I'm getting kind of hungry. What about you guys?
Well, I could eat.
What do you want? Okay, Midnight. Get your pen and pad out. The order's coming. Okay. I want 2 bacon cheeseburgers, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and onions. And order an onion rings and a large milkshake. You guys order whatever you want. And by the way, Night Strike's paying for it.
All right. Thanks, Jonas.
Oh, man.
There goes the Tulsa money.
There goes my Tulsa
They have
money.
onion rings at the Waffle House?
Yeah, they got onion rings at the Waffle House.
They'll do onion rings at Waffle House.
Yeah.
They'll do fries, too. They don't just do hash browns. They do everything.
You know Midnight's dream, right? Is to open up the roach coach that sits outside the Home Depot.
I see.
That's his dream job right there. His own business. And I'm sure he's cussing me for everything he's worth right now. Thank God.
He's actually not saying anything out there. He's actually being very quiet.
I just took.
He hasn't replied yet. I've been looking at the chat.
Let's see. Yeah.
Well, Mia says he's on his way to work right now.
Oh, thank God.
Why is he on his way to work at 7 o'clock, 6:30?
I think he works the night shift.
Hey, I'm on my way to work.
And Two Live Moo says we should eat more gizzard Gary.
9mm is saying, is chicken code word for something else? No, it is not.
No, chicken is just chicken.
It's just chicken.
Jonas is code word for candy ass. Just keep that one in mind.
Or night strike.
Yes.
Or night strike, yeah.
I like candy ass better.
Yeah, but if you want redneck hillbilly, that's code word for Ellis.
That's true. That's true. I can't deny that at all. I can. In fact,
Who said no? It's not a Jumpy reference.
I resembled that remark.
You do. You absolutely do. I can't lie.
Oh, it is. At least I don't look like a 4-foot troll.
Well, all I can say is, it runs in the family.
4-foot trolls shall not be infringed, right?
I'm a bit taller than 4 feet. You know that.
Okay, 5'1". Good Lord. Just 2 inches for crying out loud.
It's a little more than 2 inches.
Nah.
2 inches makes a big difference. You should know that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Just before she walked out the door. 2 inches makes a big difference.
Explains why you're single, buddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a sad state of affairs around here.
Affairs, right?
Oh well, I've still got my guns. I might not have a woman, but I've got my guns, and they all love me, and I know they ain't going nowhere.
No, just don't take that 1911 apart.
Dude, what?
1911s tend to,
Mine's never bit me.
Oh, mine's bit me.
Well, maybe you need to figure out what you're doing next time.
Yeah, maybe I need to pay attention to what I'm doing instead of being on a chat next time.
Wait a minute, you were on a chat when that happened?
Yes, I was doing hit or miss.
Oh, Jimmy, Christmas. I bet that was hilarious. I must have missed that one.
Well, I didn't cut myself until after hit or miss was over. But
well. It would have been funny if you'd actually, sliced your thumb open bad enough to need stitches.
Yeah, no. It wasn't my thumb. It was my hand.
Oh, whatever. It's still been funny. And we'd have still laughed at you. Make no mistake.
We do it anyways, whether it's funny or not.
Yeah. So how's GunTube coming, Night Strike? Are you still working on that, or is it on the back burner, or what?
Midnight Range is saying this show sucks. You should have just replayed last night's. Well, don't worry, Midnight Range TM. That's why you're not invited. That's why 9mm is gonna fill in for you because we need you to cook food.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Don't worry. Go back to cooking food in the kitchen for us.
Yeah. 2-bit fry cook. Yeah.
Just because you ask them if they want fries with that does not make you a chef.
Well, I'm sure somebody would hire him as a chef, quote unquote. Some third world restaurant,
Yeah, possibly. Stranger things have happened. And on GunTube. All right, let's be serious here for a minute. On GunTube, I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress. I'm still doing my best with hardly any funding whatsoever on it. So it's not going as fast as I'd like it to go. But when you have a limited or no budget, then it's very hard to do things. So that's what's going on with that.
RL has just put something out there in group hangout, losing service. Be right back. Okay.
9mm says, I like your fries, babe. I guess she's talking to Midnight Range TM. And Rich White says, is fries code for something else, Mia?
Yeah, it is fries code for something else. Okay, GunTube is a alternate to YouTube that Night Strike has been working on for what, about 4 months now?
More than that, since September.
Yeah. And he's got quite a ways with it. It actually looks pretty good. You did a test run, what, 2 weeks ago?
I'm still doing test runs.
So, I'm really hoping that you can get this thing up and running. It will.
It's working right now. It's just the live stuff isn't working, and unfortunately, the live option with the live chat isn't moderated yet, and it does not allow for. It allows for anonymous people to make comments on the live chat, and I don't want that. No, because it's too easy for trolls. So since there's no moderation on it, and there's no way to make sure only registered users can chat, until that gets fixed, I'm not enabling that because that's just a no-go.
Yeah. Here's the thing about trolls. We don't mind trolls because pretty much everybody listening to this show right now is a troll. We're good at it. We're professionals. But we don't hide who we are. We everybody knows who we all are. We all know that Midnight Range is probably the lead troll, but that's fine. Everybody needs a place. He can be second in command to the Travi, but he's the first troll. So there you go. I just gave you promotion, Midnight. Congratulations. Somebody make him a plaque and send it to him. Yeah, preferably out of a, I don't know, used stop sign and some duct tape. It's more like YouTube.
RL's back. Welcome back,
Hey,
RL.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have to go over a mountain on my way to work here.
We thought the gremlins was coming out to grab you.
The chat cat has returned.
Yeah.
It's a little sketchy weather coming up over here. It's about a 1,300 foot elevation change.
Has anybody seen P11 since last night?
No. Rusty Shackelford is saying, always keeping down my troll heritage. Well, we're not trying to put down your troll heritage. We're just saying, we would prefer you not troll us too hard. But if you do, at least make it fun, right?
I don't mind the trolls. I like the trolls. The trolls are great. leave my trolls alone. My whole audience is made up of trolls, for Christ's sake. If I got rid of them, I wouldn't have anybody listening to this show.
Leave my trolls be.
Yes. Leave my trolls alone.
You shall not pass.
I will fight for my trolls. I will die for my trolls. Wait a minute.
You will fight for their right to troll.
Yes. See, and that's the thing. With the regulars on these shows, we all know them. Now they show up for everybody's chat, and some of them are on literally everybody's chat, like Gary. He's everywhere. If you open up a live show, Gary's going to be there at one point or another.
Why don't you just send Gary a link? I mean, seriously.
No, I don't mind sending Gary's links. In fact, if you want to ship Gary a link, go right ahead.
If he can jump in, give him a link.
I'll put a link right out in the lobby. I don't care. I have. What was it my friend always says? I give 0 fucks. There you go. I will let anybody in the door.
That's if Mr. Chicken himself wants a link out there.
I will give anybody a link. It don't bother me. The only issues that I come up with is, when I get too many Travi in here, then things get a little hairy.
Yeah, too many Travi is a bad thing.
What can you do? So, what's Ghost's show going to be on tonight, John? Do you have any clue?
Well, some of the conversations are going to be including the being pro-gun, Second Amendment things.
Well, there's
And
there's a difference between pro gun and pro Second Amendment.
right, when they're going to be both, and also the topics regarding the 2A Capitol rallies.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I am right now in the process of working up another one for South Carolina.
And just a reminder for everybody who hasn't already checked it out, go to Ghost Tactical and check out the latest drill of the month.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah.
I have not
They're
bothered
out
to
there.
go.
April 30th is the Pennsylvania rally.
April
in
30th.
Harrisburg.
Awesome.
Well, I'm trying to work this one out to where it's after Night Strike's trip to Oklahoma, Tulsa. So I'm what we say, the 15th Night Strike? Was that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's on a Saturday. Last time it was on a Sunday, and we had what, 8 people, cops?
Yeah, I quite honestly, we need to do it on a weekday. So
the PA rallies we always hold on a weekday because that's when the legislators are actually there to talk to them.
I mean, I know we want to do it 15th, but I think maybe the 17th, the Tuesday, would be better.
Or how about the? You know what? I'm already off on Tuesday, so we can do that. We can keep that.
I'm just throwing a day out there. Okay, I'm not saying it's set in stone or anything, right?
No, we're not. Believe me, we're a long ways to go because we still got to get all the paperwork in order and this, that, and the other. So
yeah,
this time it's not just Night Strike. So now the last one, Night Strike did all that work pretty much by himself, and he did a damn good job. And everybody that was there was very impressed with the amount of effort that he put into this.
Wasn't enough though.
Well, you can't twist people's arms and make them support the Second Amendment. You can't twist their arms and force them to come to a rally.
No, but this time I'm going to call all these groups that have all the contact information, and I'm going to, dog them, and I'm going to pull a Never Enough Ammo or a Yankee. If you do not tell your people, and if you do not send a representative to this rally, I am going to go and literally tell everyone in South Carolina that your group is not for the Second Amendment.
You do what you got to do. Like I said, I'm going to get in touch with some people at Palmetto from Daniel Defense. Some of the other, I already talked to some of the local gun shops around here. Steve from Plantation Iron said he was interested in going, so maybe he'll be there. And he's got other contacts, and I'm sure he's going to know about it. Planning on getting some flyers printed out. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do my part. Who shows up? Who shows up? And like I said, we can't twist your arm. We can't force you to get out there. But in 5 years, if you don't have your guns anymore, I don't want to hear you whining about it either.
No, we'll whine because we actually did something to try and prevent it. But if you didn't do anything, don't whine or complain, because if you didn't do anything to try and prevent it, you're not welcome on We Used to Have Gun channels.
But it's time we take the hard line with these people that they have been taking with us. We've got to show solidarity. We've got to get out there and say, hey, look, this is what we stand for. You're not taking them. Shall not be infringed means exactly that. Night Strike, that's your cue.
Shall not be infringed?
Now, come on.
Oh, all right. You gotta let me rile up first, but should not be infringed.
There you go. You go. You got to say it with some authority, Night Strike, like you normally do.
Well, I thought I just oozed authority. But I guess not.
I hear.
Yeah.
Do you hear those crickets, Night Strike?
Yeah, that's not authority Night Strike. They make cream for that though.
Yeah. Sheesh. God.
Wow, that's harsh. That hurts, man. That hurts.
Lord have mercy. What else is going on, guys? Anything else y'all want to talk about, discuss, go over?
Not really. I've got to head out in a bit.
Yeah, yes, you have laundry to do, right?
Yeah, I got to finish my laundry.
Yeah, laundry day.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
We don't want to discuss your laundry for sure. I mean, that's
just not something we're going to discuss. But
that's probably a very stinky situation.
Kind of crusty too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
It's fine, guys. Just drop it, please.
You get riled up easy. You know that?
Just drop it like Ellis's love life.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. I got to give you that one. That was actually pretty good. It's like I said, I might not have much of a love life, but I still have my guns. Damn it, and they ain't going nowhere.
Well, Ellis knows that I'm just messing with him. I'm not being serious. So.
No,
I would think Ellis's love life was going better than yours since you cut your hand, isn't it?
Oh shit! I didn't say that, Night Strike. That was not me.
Oh snap!
I'm fine, actually. It's actually healed up. So I'm good now.
Shots fired! Shots fired! We need to get a response to a Night Strike.
It would be shots fired if RL wasn't shooting blanks.
That was actually a good one too. You're on a roll tonight, buddy. You're on a roll. I'm still kind of disappointed in you though. You went to a hospital to get those stitches removed when you could have just done it yourself.
Well, I was actually losing a lot of blood. So
it was a flesh wound, dude.
I cut into a vein, so yeah. I know. I'm sorry, Ellis. I'll do better next time.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy you some super glue, brother. I'm gonna buy you some super glue. Next time you get a little scratch like that, just throw some super glue on it and move on.
And Casper's out there.
Hey, Ghost. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Casper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah. Ghost, how's your day been, brother? Alaska 556. Now, see, after the we get on with the show, about half over, people start showing up. Raphael's out there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now we got a show. Ghost, I think you've got an invite if you want to jump in here, brother.
He does. He just needs to check his mail.
He's like me. You know how often I check my email? Unless I know for a fact that there's something that I need to be looking for, I don't look at it.
That's why I always tell you to go check your damn email.
And unless there's something that I know that I'm supposed to be looking out for, it's like, forget it. Go in, delete everything, and move on. And I've actually done that and discovered later that, oops, there was one in there I actually needed. So here I am going digging it out. So, guys, what's your next gun purchase is going to be? I have decided that mine will be sometime in later this year. I ain't buying nothing else. Dude, I have bought 5 guns in 3 months.
I'm putting all the money I have set aside to get that grand to go to Tulsa.
What's up, homeboys?
Oh shit!
Gotta
go, guys.
Hopefully it'll be enough. I'm not sure yet. So
we all got to get out of here now. The big boy just showed up.
Yeah, he's ready to start his show.
The guy that shows up getting free guns and stuff,
You work hard, bro. Good things happen.
That's a sweet gun, though, man. That is a sweet.
It is. I like
Yep.
it so far. I like it. Yeah, I like
Good things couldn't happen to a better 2-bit content creator.
it. Well, I'm trying to be 2-bit. I'm still thinking 1.5, but I'll get there one day. I think they were giving me too much.
No, you're 2-bit. You know, you got over that 1 3/4. You're good.
Oh, I did. Oh, I see. I didn't get the memo that I'd officially ranked officially 2-bit yet.
Yeah, no, you're officially 2-bit.
Oh, right on. I love it. What's going on, guys?
Not a thing, brother. We're just
chilling.
hanging out and chilling. That's it. No real topics tonight. We're just having a conversation. You know,
There you go.
Being us, like always.
That's a good thing.
Talking to the YouTube crowd, hanging out.
Word.
What's going on your show tonight, Goose?
We're going to talk. That's going to be a really good chat tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the 2A rallies, but the main topic is going to be in these times right now. I think we need to. It kind of goes in along with the 2A rallies about what to say and all that, but how do you be pro-gun in a 2A anti-gun society where we're under attack? And I think what we really need to understand is if we're going to engage in conversation with people that disagree with us, I think that, sometimes there are things we should and shouldn't say, and just basically talk about how we should engage the opposition, because they use emotion, but we need to fight emotion with facts. We don't need to match their emotion type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they start screaming, "What about the kids?" And you really want to go down that rabbit hole? You really want to?
Because there's no defense for that. I mean, there's really nothing we can say about that particular subject, except for the fact that we can show analytical proof and factual figures as to why we are supporting our stance. If we go down emotional slides with them, we're going to lose every time. So we're going to talk about that, about how we can not only combat the anti-gun sentiments, but also if there's people kind of that unknown, that 80% of the country that is indifferent to firearms, how do we get people to come, and I was talking, me and Clover were talking with Tac Daddy, and he made a great point. He said, 10% of the country is starch pro-gun. 10% of the country is starch anti-gun. That 80% is where we got to start swaying some people,
And it's a one person at a time battle.
Yep.
It is.
It's a one person at a time battle. And
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
See you later.
You're not striking. Thanks for being on, brother. Hit or miss,
Nice
299.
Yep. Later.
That's another $5 he owes me. Don't let him forget, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I agree with you. And if you start yelling and screaming and hollering at these people, you're playing their game, and they're going to win every single time.
Yeah.
But if you lay out facts, actually have data sheets, say, hey, look, here's the proof. Your arguments do not hold water statistically.
Right.
They can't argue with that. How can they?
Well, they're going to try. They're going to try. But like what I'm saying is the whole point is you have to be consistent. We all have to be consistent in our message, factual, and understand that we're gonna meet a lot of resistance. We really are. But what we really have to do is, even when they do get emotional and they start attacking our facts, like I said, we cannot fight fire with fire. We have to stay calm. We have to be consistent and try to have a civil conversation, not an emotional one. And that's really
absolutely.
I understand they don't care about the facts, Squib, but I mean, all we have to do is be consistent, and they're not going to listen to our facts necessarily, but we're not going to change the mind. Once again, we're not going to change the mind of that 10% that is anti-gun. We're not. Just like they're not going to change our minds about being pro-gun. But there's 80% of the population that are possibly indifferent that say, I don't like guns, but I don't care if you have them. Those are the ones we got to solidify to our side. And you do that by staying calm, being a good representative of the Second Amendment and the gun community, and bringing facts to the table instead of bringing we'll dive all into that at 7:00, but it's going to be a good one, I think, because that also goes into what if we meet protesters at the 2A rallies, and how are we going to deal with that? And once again, it's all the same. We got to come up with a consistently strong message all the way through,
and be prepared for the personal attacks, because that's the way they play the game. They figure if they can't get you in an emotional state, they're going to hit you with personal attacks. Tell you how awful you are, how bad you are, that you're a baby killer or whatever. I've seen it happen, and it will happen. Be ready for it, but don't fall into the trap, because what they're wanting is for you to make the mistake of getting physical. Because once you make that mistake, there's all the proof they need. This person does not need a gun. He's not emotionally stable. He can't control himself. Yeah. Don't fall into that trap. And that's exactly what they're wanting. Then that's the traps that they set. They will get in your face. They will talk crap, expecting you to react with violence. Don't do it. Don't lay a hand on them.
And we've talked about, and we're going to bring this up also. And like I said, it's a shame. And I'm not calling anybody out here, because I don't think it's very true, but it's a shame that there are so many people that don't voice their activist voice, if you want to call it that, until things go bad. We had our chances from January of last year when Trump was inaugurated until October when the Vegas shooting happened. We had 10 months to be on the offensive with the majority of the Republican in the Congress, Senate, and in the White House, and we did nothing. So part of it's on us. But what we have to do now is understand that it's time to go on the offensive side and say, we're here, we're not going anywhere. And, I hate to say it because it's an NRA saying, but, the old Charlton Heston from My Cold Dead Hands, that's almost has to be the vigilant message we say is, look, we're supported by the Second Amendment. You're supported by emotion. And I don't know. I'm kind of fired up already. I got an hour for my show, so sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You're welcome, dude. That's what I do on this show. We will take it where it needs to go, and and a lot of times, grant you, my shows are relaxed. We don't get into the whole political thing probably as much as we should on here, depending on who my guests are. But from time to time, we need to step into this rabbit hole. We need to put our nose to the grindstone and say, hey, look, something's got to be done. Now's the time to do it. And I say now's the time, but the time was, like you said, 10 months ago. We had the rallies back in what? November?
November 2nd, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was when we held the rallies. Mm-hmm. And grant you, it was only a 2.5 weeks notice. We had
I think we had like 15 days, maybe something like that.
Yeah, to get people out there, and for the amount that showed up after that little bit of time, I was happy with it. It was great. I would like to see that quadrupled this time around.
Well, I think that the problem that we're going to have is, once again, there's that 80% in the middle. We're going to have to do a good job of giving that 80% a reason to come out. We're going to have to. We can't be howling, shall not be infringed. We can't be doing all that. We've got to understand that the people that we're trying to reach to come out are not the ones that are
necessarily gun owners.
Well, they might be gun owners, but they might, I'm not calling them FUDs, but they might be gun owners that say, I've got a gun for home defense, but I'm never going to shoot it. It's going to stay in a nightstand. They're the ones that say, I don't mind having guns, but I'm not. I talk about this all the time. They're a pro-gun advocate, but they're not a Second Amendment activist. We're trying to convert people from being advocates to activists, and be very careful how we do that.
Indeed. And and like I said earlier, people don't realize that there is a difference between a gun owner and a Second Amendment supporter. A big difference.
No doubt. No doubt.
And just because you own a gun and you are pro-gun, that does not make you pro-Second Amendment, because pro-Second Amendment means no infringements whatsoever. You're not taking away my bump fire stocks. You're not taking away my rifles, whether or not they look like a mean, evil AR-15 or AK-47. You're not getting them. You're not getting my high cap magazines, because the idea, in my mind, the idea behind the Second Amendment was simply this: it was to give the citizen firepower equal to or greater than the standing military of this country in case we had to go against them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this we as civilians, we don't have access to tanks and airplanes and this and that and the other, but we do have access to
a lot of money. You can buy the decommissioned tank if you've got plenty of money.
Well, I don't have $1 million around. Do you?
No.
Okay then. Okay, but in my mind, that's where we sit. We sit in that. The Constitution was there to say, hey, look, we know that there's going to be militaries, we know there's going to be militias, but we also know that there's citizens in this country, and if the military is ran by a tyrannical government, they could turn the military on the people. So let's give the people a way to fight against the government. That's what the Second Amendment is there for, to protect us against them. On the other hand, the liberals has got this thing in their head where, well, we can't be trusted with guns. We don't need to have guns, because if we have guns, we can do that. That's exactly what we can do. We can fight back. And they're scared of that. And I want them to be afraid of that. They need to be afraid of that, because if they're afraid of us, then we don't have to worry about them screwing up too bad, do we? And that's just my take on it. And I may be off base. I don't think I am. You might disagree. That's your right.
No, I think that, if you look over history of the United States, aside from the War of 1812, where the British try to come back and take us back, aside from that, I don't even think the Spanish-American War would be considered what we're talking about, but we have not really been attacked by a foreign military on our home soil. We've had attacks like Pearl Harbor and all that, but we have not been invaded. And I think the biggest reason for that is yes, our army is amazing. Our military is the best in the world. No doubt we have the best technology of anybody in the world. But our military is only as strong as it can be. When it comes down to an invasion upon our land, I would imagine that most of the countries are afraid to find out exactly what kind of armament that the American people have. And I truly do believe that that's one of the reasons why we have never seen a full-blown invasion, because you think our military is strong? Well, think of what it's going to be like when our military and our civilians population get together as one. That's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous.
Yep. Yeah, and the thing about that, most anti-gunners don't.
But Alaska was not a part of the United States officially at that time. I'm talking about actually invading, and a full invasion of military on the ground on U.S. soil.
He's talking Red Dawn.
Yeah, I'm not talking Guam. I'm not talking Puerto Rico. I'm not talking Alaska before it was a state. I'm just saying you're not going to see a full-on invasion of troops on American soil, I don't think, because you combine our military strength and the civilian militia, it's pretty badass.
And I've said it before. once again. Uh, if that such scenario ever came to fruition, if
Mhm.
we ever had an enemy force land on our beaches,
Mhm.
it's not going to be the military that fires the first round in defense of this country. It's going to be Bubba and Virgil with their deer rifles.
Well, I think you also have to understand it. Are gone are the days of beach landings. I don't think that there's going to be a naval vessel from any country hitting our beaches because we would take care of that well before it reached us.
That was just, what I'm saying. You're
I
right.
understand
It would probably
saying
come from there.
soils, but I'm saying that I understand what you're saying. It's U.S. So it was U.S. territory. I get that, but I'm saying is we're not going to have a full-on invasion of military assets. We're talking attacks. There's a difference between an attack and an invasion. You can get attacked. I mean, we were attacked on September 11th. That's not an invasion. That was an attack. I don't think that we would ever be invaded by another foreign military on our soil. I truly do not believe that. And a snow Mexican, that's awesome. I love that. I've never heard that term before, but that's pretty good.
Um,
Yeah, I like that.
What was it Admiral Yamamoto said after attacking? There was one attack the American mainland. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass, and he was right. There would have been, and there still would be today.
Who said it? Was it Yamamoto? Who was it said?
I think it was Yamamoto.
Woke up the sleeping giant.
Yep.
I think it was Yamamoto that said, "Be careful of waking the sleeping giant." Because at that time, we weren't really, honestly, we weren't a world power military wise. You know, we had a good sized military. But we were not considered a world power in military. You know,
Boy, how things change in a couple decades.
that's right. Tardot's right. If there would be an invasion, it would be airdrops, and there would be probably use of missiles. You know, but like I said, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Just, our military is good enough as it is to kind of stop most invasions. But if someone happened was to get there, let's take a Red Dawn scenario where there was, you know, people dropped in overnight. Yeah, that would be fun to see. You know, the sad thing is they're probably going to go after L.A., Chicago, and New York for the population bases. And that's scary because those are three vulnerable cities.
They can have those.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the dirty work for us. Oh Lord, and you're right. And not only those are easy targets because the civilians there don't have firearms to protect themselves. You know, you're basically relying on cops and whatever military is close enough to get to them in a hurry.
Yeah.
So
Ralph's got a good point that I think that the biggest attack, and he's right. If we're going to be invaded, it's going to be cyber invasions where they're going to try to take down our infrastructure and our economical system. That's probably more likely than a military invasion. I think you're probably right on that. You know, we'll see. The computer is as big of a weapon, if not more of a weapon than ever before in the world. You can destroy an entire civilization and infrastructure in minutes with a computer now.
They're going to use a virus called the SJW, and it's going to make the computers blow their own brains out.
And, you're actually right about that because even our power grid is now ran off a computer system. Right. Power grid goes down, we lost everything right there. There goes communications for the most part. Cell phones ain't going to work because no signal's getting anywhere. You'll be back to handheld radios, and those have short range at best. Unless you've got a decent,
CB radio?
CB radio. No power to run it, you're still out of luck. Mm-hmm. So
you'll have generators, and people are smart enough to have generators, then hopefully.
I think that's probably
the most. Have generators because of the weather we get, not just because of the cold weather, but we get a lot of tornadoes. and a lot of wind weather where a lot of power lines go down. So a lot of people around here have generators. Now, they obviously are not going to last forever, but if you get it's just like we stockpile ammo, you're going to stockpile some diesel fuel or whatever that might, be smart.
If you get yourself a
I'm
decent,
not saying be that guy who's worried about the end of the world. I'm not saying that. I'm not that guy. There's a lot of people that are the doomsday and all that. I'm not that guy. Sorry about that, John.
Come on, Ghost. We know you have 10 million rounds of ammunition saved up.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not that doomsday guy. I'm not the guy that's going to sit there and say I'm going to keep 10 million rounds and a 2-year supply of canned foods and all that. I'm not that guy. I have no problem with those people, but I'm not. I guess I don't know. I'm not that guy.
All I was going to say about the generator thing is if you have a good Honda generator and you maintain it, that thing will last you a long time.
Right.
I think everybody should own a generator anyway. It just makes good sense because anything can happen. Earthquake, tidal waves, anything can bring your power lines down around your house. Forest fire, having a backup generator just makes sense.
Yeah.
And then something could happen. There's not a state in the United States that don't have some sort of thing that could happen. Tornado, hurricane, earthquake, whatever.
You're gonna have some kind of disaster available to them.
Yeah. So it's always good to have backups, and water supply. But hopefully you know that something's coming before it does, and you have time to store some water if you don't already have it set up and ready. Because actually, in the great big scheme of things, water is a bit more important than food.
And don't forget, with water, you can cook your food too.
Oh yeah. Then again, some things aren't too tasty when they're cooked. I don't really like cooked chicken. I prefer it fried or baked.
In a
what do you say? You got to make food.
Yeah. In a scenario where you're a survival scenario, I'm pretty sure you'd eat whatever you can.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Exactly.
The dogs and cats become sandwiches.
You mean sandwiches?
No.
Come here, Fido. You just become cattle.
And that's obviously probably a last resort, but it is a resort to go down.
Yeah. The only animal I think I would really, two animals that I think I'd really have a problem butchering and eating in a survival situation would be a horse and a possum.
Oh dear God, no one should ever have to eat a possum.
God almighty.
All right, so I was talking with Clover on the phone last night. I don't know what we were talking. We were just talking, and I guess there was a possum in his storage room or something not too long ago, and it scared the bejesus out of him. But he was saying that his aunt used to cook possum, and he said it was unbelievable.
Yes, he's told me.
I would never eat possum. I mean, without being a survival mode, They carry a lot of disease with them. I mean, a lot of disease with them.
They do, but believe it or not, they are they have an immune system that is absolutely ridiculous.
They're not affected by the disease, but they carry a lot.
Carry anything, but they're not. It don't bother them.
Possums just scare the crap out of me.
Why do they scare you?
They're creepy as F. Those big little eyes. Ooh.
To me, they don't scare me. They're just ugly. And I can't see myself eat. When I think about food, I think about little rabbits. A rabbit. I want to eat something cute and fuzzy, not something that looks like a rat. No. And yet I'll eat a squirrel. Go figure.
Did we remind Jared about the ghost gun yet?
Is he in here?
Yes, he is.
Hey, Jared, guess what, brother? You won the contest tonight. You are the winner. I need your email address. Never
And
mind.
I meant to say goat gun, not ghost gun.
Yeah, yeah.
My bad.
Well, I was like, man, you're giving ghost guns away? Those are pretty.
Goat. GOAT. Let's get that out there right now. GOAT. Good Lord, you're trying to get me popped hard.
Deer summer sausage. That sounds good, roll call.
How'd you know I was making summer sausage? What the hell?
Roll call says he's eating deer summer sausage, and so that sounds weird.
Well, I don't have deer summer sausage, but I actually am eating summer sausage.
Yeah.
Funny.
So, like, when Jared, when like you go to get an engagement ring or something, like, do you just like go home, or I mean, does Jared still go to Jared's, or what? I don't know how that's going to work a whole lot.
I think he just goes to his mom.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I was wondering how that worked. Jared said he got about the ghost gun.
Yeah, sorry if I got you too excited about that.
Jump off and get my show prep done, but I will see y'all in a little while.
Roger that.
Yep. Send me a link, Ghost. I'll be over there.
See you, boss.
Good. No, yeah, whatever. All right, plug this. What the hell? Night Strike says what?
I ain't plugging Night Strike. Sorry.
What's going on? I must have missed something. Okay, guys, we're gonna call this show done tonight. Because Ghost is going to get ready for his show, and I'm going to be over there and with him in a few minutes. So I appreciate everybody stopping by, listening to us ramble on about nothing. Wasn't there a show about nothing on TV at one point?
Weren't you the creator?
No, I wasn't that creator.
No.
It was one of those sitcoms. It was supposed to, Seinfeld, wasn't it? A show about nothing. Well, that was this show tonight. It was a show about nothing. So we did get some good points across, I think. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are calling it done for the night. We have beat this poor dead horse as far as we can take it. So you folks have a great night. Remember to catch Night Strike Hit or Miss Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. He's coming up in what, an hour? A little over an hour and a half, something like that. Ghost is coming up at 8.
8 Eastern.
So, and I will be back Monday for a show, and I might surprise you with a late night visit at some point during the week.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. I've been coming on at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Believe that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either when I started seeing that.
Yeah, you know. Well, I don't get home from work until 11, 12 o'clock at night, you know.
Right.
So if I'm going to be up anyway, I might as well just open up a chat.
Absolutely.
Why not? You know, run it for an hour or so and just say hi to everybody and figure out how everybody's day's been. Anyway, we're out of here, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out gunchannels.com. Great source of information. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Philly Show.